So I'm going to say from the outset that I'm not an expert at all in cybercrime. I didn't know a lot about it until I started doing research for this, but we'd been hearing a lot of noise from our small business customers and a lot of incidents, so it got me interested, given I share Kieran's passion for helping small businesses. So I did a bit of research, and I tell you, I hope you gain something from today, even if it's just something that you can share within your own businesses or with your customers. So for as long as I can remember, whenever I saw a survey about what was concerning small businesses, cash flow was always number one. And in second place, there were things like growth and staff, you know, all those kinds of things. And I'm sure they're all still there. But a recent survey of some of our small business customers still had cash flow at number one. But a very close second was cybercrime. With business and consumer interactions moving to digital formats, there is a world of opportunities that exist for our clients and yourselves. Right, so that's the glass half full line. But unfortunately, this means there are more dodgy buggers out there trying to steal data, and because it's now easier to intercept information, whether that's on the net, on your own computers. Some of you, like me, are probably looking at this slide and you think that you're receiving 204 billion of those 205 billion emails every day. And that's the point, right? We get so busy in our daily lives with all these emails that it's very easy to click on something. So unfortunately, ignoring the problem won't make it go away. So I'm not sure if these stats surprise anyone, but it really hit home to me the impact cybercrime has on a small business. 60% would be out of business in 6 months of being hacked. And the cost on average is around $276,000 and take 23 days to rectify. Now, the time alone and stress is enough to send any small business owner to the wall. Right, this is a picture of my two girls at an airport recently. So who in the room has small kids, young children? What's the first thing they do when they get off a plane or go into a cafe nowadays? Where's the Wi-Fi? Right. In 2014, hackers set up a fake Wi-Fi connection at LAX, simply named Free Airport Wi-Fi. Thinking it was the free airport connection, many people connected. Over $2 million was taken from bank accounts in one day alone before that connection was shut down. It gets even easier than that for some hackers, with 95% of data breaches resulting from emails. Over 150 million phishing emails are sent each day, and nearly a quarter of us will open them. With so much information on the World Wide Web about us, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, that's easily accessible, we are making it really easy for hackers. Make no mistake, this is the new definition of organised crime. So, let me conduct a little exercise. How many people would action this email if you received it the day after your commission payments were due? Notice ANZ's commissions weren't impacted. Hackers target brands and people we know and trust. All it takes is an unsuspecting staff member to click on a single email, and the impact could be devastating. This slide was prepared in February 2016, and the $2.3 billion recorded up there is now $4 billion as at May 2017. Cyber criminals are not just after cash via internet banking programs. So let me ask another question. What if all the information you hold about your customers found its way onto the internet? What would your customers think about you? What impact would that have on your business? And the other cost of cybercrime, which who knows how big it is the opportunity cost. Because of the fear of what might happen, are businesses holding back? Is that business stopping itself from growing into new markets or becoming more efficient. Many of today's most successful people and businesses have harnessed the power of the internet. I'm certain that wave is not over and it's going to continue. But how do we continue to harness connectivity without fearing the downsides of the digital revolution? So I know this slide's a little busy. I'll just take some time to read some of the major points. But you would think that a digital business like Yahoo would be better protected. This breach cost Yahoo shareholders $4.83 billion. What if someone obtained all your information? Would you remain a client of Yahoo? What about eBay? And let's not mention Ashley Madison in this forum. I'm sure there were plenty of not so happily married people sweating bullets a couple of years ago when all their personal information found its way onto the net. But thinking of modern warfare, how easy would it be to shut down a military arsenal of an enemy in a time of war without firing a single shot? So as I said before, I am no expert in cybercrime, nor the technical programs that will allow you to protect yourself. But I would start with understanding the potential risks, who has access to your data, and where it is stored. At ANZ, we're actually helping our business clients to protect their data. We have a team of specialists in every state who are working with customers to help them protect their information. And internally, we've created staff training around prevention, detection, containment and response, and we're working with all our customers to ensure the capability to address potential threats. In the market, we're also working with a number of organisations to ensure that we remain abreast of the ever-changing environment. So put simply, people are the key and the lock. Now I know this presentation has all been a bit serious, and people who know me know I'm far from that. So I thought I would play a little clip at the end here, which is one person's solution to handling email phishing. Thank you for your time today.
A few years ago, I got one of those spam emails. And it managed to get through my spam filter. I'm not quite sure how, but it's turned up in my inbox, and it was from a guy called Solomon Odonka. I know. It went like this. It said, hello, James Veitch. I have an interesting business proposal I want to share with you, Solomon. Now, my hand was kind of hovering on the delete button. Right? As you are, I was looking at my phone. I thought, I could just delete this. Or I could do what I think we've all always wanted to do. And I said, Solomon, your email intrigues me. And the game was afoot. He said, dear James Veitch, we shall be shipping gold to you. You will earn 10% of any gold you distribute. So I knew I was dealing with a professional. I said, how much is it worth? He said, we will start with a smaller quantity. I was like, ah. And then he said, of 25 kilograms. The worth should be about 2.5 million. I said, Solomon, if we're going to do it, let's go big. I can handle it. How much gold do you have? He said, it's not a matter of how much gold. How much is you're capable of handling? What? We can start with 50 kilograms as a trial shipment. I said, 50 kilograms? There's no point doing this at all unless you're shipping at least a metric ton. So what do you do for a living? I said, I'm a hedge fund executive bank manager. This isn't the first time I've shipped bullion, my friend. No, no, no. Then I started to panic. I was like, now look, where are you based? I don't know about you, but I think we're going via the postal service. It ought to be signed for. Right, that's a lot of gold. He said, oh, it will not be easy to convince my company to do a larger quantity shipment. And I said, Solomon, I'm completely with you on this one. I'm putting together a visual for you to take into the board meeting. Hold tight. This is what I sent Solomon. I don't know if we have any statisticians in the house, but there's definitely something going on. I said, Solomon, attach this email, you'll find a helpful chart. I've had one of my assistants run the numbers. We need to be shipping as much gold as possible. There's always a moment where they try to tug your heartstrings, and this was it for Solomon. He said, I will be so much happy if the deal goes well, because I'm going to get a very good commission as well. And I said, that's amazing. What are you going to spend your cut on? And he said, on real estate, what about you? I thought about it for a long time. And I said one word. Hummus. It's going places. I was in Sainsbury's the other day, and there are like 30 different varieties. Also, you can cut up carrots, and you can dip them. Have you ever done that? Solomon! He said, I have to go to bed now. Till tomorrow. Have sweet dreams. I didn't know what to say. I said, bonsoir, my golden nugget. Bonsoir. Guys, you have to understand, this has been going for like weeks, albeit hitherto the greatest weeks of my life, but I had to knock it on the head. It was getting a bit out of hand. Friends were saying to me, James, do you want to come out for a drink? I was like, I can't, mate. I'm expecting an email about some gold. You know? So I figured I had to knock it on the head. I had to take it to a ridiculous conclusion. So I thought I concocted a plan. I said, look, Solomon, I'm concerned about security. When we email each other, we need to use a code. And he agreed. And I said, Solomon, I spent all night coming up with this code. We need to use it in all further correspondence. Lawyer. Gummy bear. Bank, cream egg. Legal, fizzy cola bottle, claim peanut M&Ms, documents, jelly beans, Western Union. Guys, a giant gummy lizard. I knew these were all words they use, right? I said, please call me Kit Kat in all further correspondence. I didn't hear back. I thought, I've gone too far. I've gone too far. So I had to backpedal a little bit. I said, look, Solomon, is the deal still on? Kit Kat. Because you have to be consistent. Then I did get an email back from him. He said, the business is on, I'm trying, blah, 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 blah. I said, dude, you have to use the code. What followed is the greatest email I've ever received. I'm not joking. This is what turned up in my inbox. This was a good day. The business is on. And I'm trying to raise the balance for the gummy bear. So he can submit all the needed fizzy cola bottle jelly beans to the cream egg for the peanut M&Ms process to start. Send £1,500 via a giant gummy lizard.